Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And welcome to the show. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Coachella week.
Happy first Coachella week.
Yes.
Haha. Harry! Okay, guys, I didn't mean to just scream in your ear. I am sorry about that. But I really can't contain my happiness for how much that I'm going to get to see Harry perform on Friday, guys.
Okay, but we're talking as if we're actually going. We are not going to Coachella.
No, absolutely far too poor to go to Coachella. I will be watching it live streamed on YouTube, as I always do. I don't think I would even go to Coachella unless I had like the VIP pass. Like,
Yeah.
I just don't think it's
I
worth
don't know. It seems overrated to me, but I don't know. Maybe it would be more fun if you're actually there. I don't know.
Also, I've never even been to like a real music festival. I mean, other than like
We went to
Warped.
Warped
I mean, but that's like
together.
different, you know?
Yeah,
I mean, it's
different.
not, but like it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, everybody should watch Harry and Billy and The Weeknd. Actually, just watch the whole thing. I'm really excited about it.
See, I didn't even know that they live streamed them until you just told me.
That's so crazy. I feel like a lot of people don't know it actually.
Yeah. Well, we're spreading the news.
Yeah, I hope they're still doing it. I didn't actually check that. But they always do it, so
Okay.
I'm assuming that they're gonna do it again.
Well, that'll be cool.
Yeah.
It is also Easter weekend coming up, so happy Easter. Go dye your eggs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mom got some fake eggs because my niece is like way too crazy to have a real egg right at the moment. You know, she's very young, so she got like these fake eggs and they like weigh nothing, but apparently you can dye them. We'll see.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did they crack or anything?
Like absolutely no, they don't crack.
Huh.
Yeah. So
I'm just like picturing a real eggshell with nothing in it.
I don't really know how to describe it other than it kind of feels like paper mache, but also kind of fabric, but also it weighs literally nothing. I don't know. Huh. It's so weird. But yeah. Fake eggs. I like the real ones though, because like when they like get rotten, me and my mom would always go throw them at trees, like in our backyard.
Oh my gosh.
So that's really fun.
Yeah, that does sound like fun. I don't think I've ever had them like get rotten.
Well, what do you mean? What do you do?
Because we would just eat them. I don't know.
You eat them?
Have you not they're hard-boiled eggs.
I know they're hard-boiled eggs, but they're just soaked in dyes and vinegar.
It's on the outside. It doesn't get on the inside.
Oh, I just never crossed my mind to eat it.
What?
Are you serious? I've never eaten an Easter egg. No.
Okay, that's a little crazy. Because, like, what are you going to do with, like, a dozen hard-boiled eggs?
Throw them
just
at
get
the
rid
trees,
of them?
dude. We throw them at... It was so fun. It was so stressful.
Just wasting all these eggs.
They were bad. They were bad by that point. We, like, kept the eggs on our table for, like, so long just to, like, look at them.
Oh, see, we just keep them in the fridge.
That's so strange.
Just like regular hard-boiled eggs.
Wait, I'm honestly shocked. Can you guys please comment on our Instagram post this week and tell us if you eat your Easter eggs or if you like threw them away or something?
I just think it's weird that you don't eat them.
Okay, am I crazy? I don't know. I really genuinely don't know. I'm very shocked right now. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Me too. I'm gonna have to take a poll.
Yeah, same. Okay, it'll be our poll on Instagram because I genuinely need to know the answer.
People out there listening are like either they're one way or the other, and the other option is like so crazy to them.
No,
like that's exactly how I feel right now.
It's how I feel too. I cannot believe you. I genuinely can't believe you eat them. I like, and I know even me saying it, I feel like I sound crazy, but I don't know.
It's just a hard-boiled egg.
I know, but it's
food dye on it. It's food dye. You eat it.
But just the vinegar. It just seemed like it would taste like vinegar to me.
It does not. It doesn't get into the egg unless the shell is cracked. If the shell is cracked, then the dye can get in, but if not, then it literally doesn't even get through at all.
That's egg history for you.
It's just like a regular hard-boiled egg.
That's anyway.
The more you know.
The more you know. Eggs aside, we really went on a tangent here about eggs. Anyway, that is really funny. Please let us know because I can't wait to go ask everybody I know after we stop recording this.
I feel like you're the weird one.
I feel like I am too.
But I don't know.
I literally am telling you, I feel like I am too. But There has to be at least one other person out there that doesn't eat the
I feel
Easter
like the only
eggs.
reason they wouldn't eat them is because they don't like eggs, you know? Like,
Maybe.
that's a reason.
I
But
feel like I'm gonna go ask Dina, my roommate. If you don't know who Dina is, everyone, if she has eaten an Easter egg, and she's probably gonna be like, "I've never dyed an Easter egg before."
yeah, so she's the super weird one.
I feel like that's exactly what she's gonna say.
Yeah.
So I'll let you guys know what she says next week if I remember. So,
Okay.
anyways, I don't really have any more intro topics other than to review and rate us. Switch it up on you this week, but on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Por favor.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay, well, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
So this week, this week I actually needed a little bit of help, so I asked Taylor to pick a place for me.
Oh my, I literally forgot I did that.
Yeah. And I think you gave me 2 options, but I picked South America.
Amazing.
You gave me a pretty general area.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
But
excited. I'm excited because I know the other thing I picked, and I'm excited that you picked South America. Yay.
So this one is Boto Encantado.
Okay.
I'm definitely saying that so American.
For sure. But,
Because I don't even speak Spanish or anything.
that's
But
wild.
it is like a South American legend in the Amazon River area. So across several countries.
Okay, can I just, for a second, does it translate to snake song? Is that what that means?
No.
Okay.
No.
My Spanish is a little rusty. That's all. And so, anyways.
The word encantado comes from Brazilian Portuguese.
Okay.
So,
Portuguese.
okay, see, now I'm like stupid because I knew it was Portuguese, but I said Spanish anyway.
It's okay.
But whatever. And Boto Encantado, it translates to enchanted dolphin.
Oh, no way. Okay. You know what? You could have probably said anything, and that's not what I was expecting at all.
And usually these creatures are just referred to as the Encantado. And then the Boto by itself is like just the regular dolphin. And then Encantado are these creatures I'm going to talk about.
I'm so excited right now.
So these are creatures who come from like an underwater paradise. A realm called the Encante. And I'll speak more on that later. But a Boto is... See, I feel like I'm saying these words so, like...
A Boto.
With such an accent. Like, I need... If I tried to do, like, an accent, though...
It might be
like,
worse.
how it's supposed to... Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's okay. I think our listeners understand. We're just a little dumb sometimes.
Okay, so a Boto is an Amazon River dolphin. And they're also known as the pink dolphin.
Oh, they're pink?
Yes.
Magical and pink, of course.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. So a little bit about these, just as like animals. They're actually the largest species of river dolphin.
So there literally is a pink dolphin in South America. That is so cool.
Yeah. I'll there's like a reason I'll
Okay.
say why they turn pink. But adult males can reach up to 408 pounds.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, that's 185 kilograms for my people outside of America.
Yeah, shout out.
So that's huge. Yeah.
Wait, I'm so shocked. How tall are they? I'm confused. That's huge.
Yeah. They can be up to 8.2 feet.
Oh my God.
Or 2.5 meters.
I literally can't even imagine that.
Yeah, they're pretty big. So yeah, 8 feet tall. Like,
and it's pink. Oh my God. If I saw that in real life, I would literally believe that I was on a different planet. The fact that that's actually real. I mean, you haven't even gotten to the legend.
No,
I just can't even believe that this dolphin is real.
Right. And when I was looking at pictures of them, they have like, dolphins have like a long sort of nose, but these ones have like super long ones.
What? I cannot wait to see a picture of them.
Yeah, they honestly, I mean, I don't want to say they look a little weird, but kind of.
So mean to the dolphins.
Well, and they have their pink color when they reach adulthood.
So what color are they before? Regular?
Yeah, they're born gray, so like
That's
just like
so
other dolphins.
interesting.
And then they acquire the pink color as they age. And people are actually not 100% sure what causes them to turn pink, but there is like a theory.
Mm-hmm.
And according to National Geographic, it's believed to be from scar tissue
Interesting.
from fighting each other.
Oh, oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So,
That's bad.
yeah, I guess they fight a lot. I don't know. They want to be as pink as possible because like or the males do.
Mm-hmm.
Um because the female dolphins like when the male dolphins are pink, so I guess they like when they're like tough
Yeah.
and like
I love
fight people.
that. I love that.
Or I
Getting rid
mean,
of
is it
gender stereotypes. Am I right?
right? Or is it the toughest ones that are the most pink, or is it the ones that get beat up most?
Yeah, but
You
also
know?
like I feel like you're gonna get both, you know? Like
Mm-hmm.
any kind of friction is gonna make you turn pink, I guess. So
Yeah.
you can never really know if you're the loser or
Yeah.
the winner. Also I did look them up. They have you really underestimated how long of a nose mouth ratio they
No, I know.
have.
It's super long.
It
That's
looks
why I
like
said
a
it looks kind of weird.
chainsaw on the end of a dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I hate to speak ill of these mythical creatures, but they look a little bit frightening.
They are. No, I should have looked up how long their noses can be. Is it a nose or a beak or I
I
don't
would
even
say
know.
snout is what I would say, but
Okay.
I actually have no idea
Yeah.
what that is referred to.
Yeah, I should have looked up how long it can get, but
Well, I can tell you personally from the pictures I just saw on Google, very long. It looks
mhm.
very long.
Yeah. Um okay, so I just said that they get pink as possible because they're like fighting and stuff. And actually during mating season, the females like to they like the pinkest dolphins, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then during the wet season, they stay away from the males at all
Oh.
costs.
Oh.
And the wet season,
What does that
I didn't
mean?
know this, but apparently the Amazon River floods part of the forest,
Yeah, I did know that.
and the dolphins like swim over there.
That
So all
is.
the females will like go swim through the forest, and all the males will stay in the channel, I guess.
Mm.
And they just like stay away from them until it's mating season. So that's
That is so
interesting.
funny.
Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, don't. Okay, wait. Never mind. I was going to say something so stupid. Let's just move on.
Okay, yeah, I won't pry. Um so there is a legend associated with these. Um can you guess what happens with these guys?
Um, no. I mean, I kid. There's many guesses, but I don't know the right answer.
It reminds me of the I was gonna look up the name, the
The vaginals. Oh.
Kushtakas a
Mm-hmm.
little bit.
Okay. So they turn into people.
Yes, because
Okay.
they can shapeshift.
Okay.
Um
Horrifying.
so
Are they pink people? I
no.
guess white people are pink people. If you really think
Well,
about it, I'm kind of
honestly,
pink. Am I a dolphin, guys?
wait. You're
Mm.
right though, because it does say that they're like pale when they transform. So
Yeah, like I am a pretty like red pink colored person
yeah,
personally.
I didn't
So
even think about that.
yeah.
That could be okay. We'll get there. So these creatures, they can shapeshift, and the male dolphins will transform into a handsome young man at night. They only transform at night, and then they
Okay.
walk on land to go and like find the people.
Ew, this is so creepy to me. I think it's making it worse that I just saw the picture because now I'm just imagining them like
See,
transforming into a
yeah,
human, and that is like disgusting.
it gets so creepy, honestly. They are known to seduce and impregnate women.
Bruh. There is no way.
Yeah. Yep. Um, but like imagine that they turn into like a handsome young man, like, like
Okay,
someone
so
you'd probably want to.
but it's not half dolphin.
No, it's a full
It's a
person.
fourth dolphin. You're right.
So it's a full person.
That's interesting.
And then so they do their stuff. They go on shore and seduce somebody, and then they return to the river in the morning and turn back into a dolphin.
Why?
For fun, I don't know. And then the female dolphins will transform into a beautiful, well-dressed, and wealthy-looking young woman. So somebody you would want to like come up to and talk to, I guess. This whole part is weird, but well, okay. They
The whole
go into
story, Serena, is weird. Let me just clarify that before you move on.
I mean, you're right. Okay, so they go into the homes of married men.
Okay.
They will seduce the man. I'm guessing, nobody else is in the house. They're and they it's just like the males will seduce the women.
Okay.
And they will place a spell on him to keep him quiet.
Oh.
So it's like, you can't tell anybody what we did here. And then she will visit him every year on the same night
What?
that she visited him first. And this is where it gets really weird.
Oh, we're not there yet. Okay.
No, this is really weird. And because I took a look at this, I was like, what? Who came up with this? Okay. So on the 7th night, so I guess that would be the 7th year, since she would come back every year.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just said 7th night. I don't know. She will she will change the man into a baby, or a fetus, I guess, because she transfers him into his own wife's womb.
Okay. I think you're probably going to have to just say that one more time, because she transfers the man.
Yes.
Wait, so he has a wife?
Yes, because I said in the beginning that they go into the homes of married men.
Okay, yes.
So,
yes.
They're only doing this for married men. Yeah.
So what? So he's just so what does the wife think happened to him? He just disappeared?
I guess. And then she's just pregnant, and that's actually her husband.
That is so weird. That is so weird.
They call this the cycle of a baby.
Cycle of a baby. I mean,
so.
But just why? That's what I want. I just would love
really
to know. This is so creepy.
I guess because the male dolphins, the male Encantos, they want to impregnate the women, so this way the women still get to impregnate someone. I don't get it. I don't know.
Okay, so but you're telling me that all these babies that they're having, they're not dolphin. They're not dolphin at all.
No, because it would just be the husband.
No, and then, obviously, Taylor, it would just be the husband.
And then the are you asking about the males who impregnate the women on? I didn't really get that. They didn't say that it was half dolphin, so I'm guessing they're just perfectly fine babies,
I'm just trying to see why. If they were trying to make a dolphin army, I would completely understand. But the fact that they're not making a dolphin army, then what is the point?
I think they just like the drama. I don't know.
They like the drama. Okay. Well, I can see that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so moving on from that, there's a few little things about these creatures. In human form, the dolphin will wear a hat to hide its blowhole, because
no way.
Usually a broad-brimmed straw hat, if you can imagine that.
Please. Are you serious right now?
Yeah. And there will be a bald spot on the top of their head where a blowhole would be. And I said before, they're pale skinned in human form, which could be red because they're pink, so it's pinky. Yeah. And they transform wearing clothes, which is kind of weird. It's
that's interesting.
I don't really know where they get their clothes, but they just appear on them. I guess maybe that's part of their magic.
Yeah, I mean they're magical dolphins, so obviously.
Exactly. And this blowhole part of it, that only came up with like the men. I don't know if the women
Okay.
have that too, or if it's just like the males. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can imagine like a man with like a straw hat, like that's what they
Oh,
would look like.
I surely can. I'm
And
picturing this, and it is just so creepy to me.
yeah, yeah, and they don't take it off because they're like, well, that would uncover my true
Obviously,
self.
my hole would be
Yeah,
exposed.
exactly.
So,
So these creatures can actually get up to more trouble than just the illegitimate children
are you kidding me?
or breaking up
Are they?
marriages.
They're not
So like
busy
they do
enough.
that,
Yeah, they're
but
not. They just got to add more.
yeah, sometimes they like the human that they're with too much and they will kidnap them.
Okay. Into the water.
Yeah.
Old Greg
So,
style. Okay, we're back to old Greg.
no, honestly, true. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, you're right. They'll often abduct humans that they fall in love with, children that they have with their random love affairs.
Ew, this is so disturbing.
Yeah. So I guess it's like technically their child, so they're just like taking it.
That's
But
so
there's that
disgusting.
one, and then also anybody near the river who can keep them company, they'll just like drag in.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Imagine just not knowing anything, and then just there you are, pink
Yeah.
dolphin.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
so
It's
wild. This
creepy.
this sounds like a fever dream.
No, I know. It's crazy. So let me talk to you about the place that they live in, because I did mention it in the beginning,
Okay.
that they live in Encante.
Mm-hmm.
This is where they will take people when they kidnap them, and this is where like they all live.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an Atlantis-like paradise.
Oh.
It's like a utopia full of wealth, and there's no pain or death, which is like, okay.
Okay.
And like they have all this, like a whole paradise world, but they still crave the pleasures and hardships of human societies. So that's why they'll transform and go onto the
That
land.
is so interesting.
Which is like, I honestly, if I lived in a utopia, I don't know if I would want the hardships. Like, why would you want that?
I mean, we're saying that coming from the hardship, though.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I do get bored. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I want the drama too.
I mean, you're right. Honestly, if you could just go up there and then like come back to your regular utopian
Yeah,
world.
I totally would.
Okay, so I get it. I get it.
Listen, I'm not siding with the Dolphins. I'm just saying I get it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Oh god, the next line that I have is that nobody has ever returned alive
Oh my God.
from
Okay.
Encante.
Well,
But is this because like it's so great down there that nobody wants to leave, or is it because like they
they're-
drown
I guess we'll never know
underwater?
unless we go.
Yeah. Yeah. But people who live near the Amazon River, like they truly fear being kidnapped and taken down there. And like children and adults will be scared to go near the water between dusk and dawn. So like just at night.
For sure. So here we are yet again. Do not go near the water ever.
Exactly.
Like pretty much ever.
Yeah, especially at night.
Especially at night, you guys. Also, I've definitely heard of this before. I've never heard of these pink dolphins. This is blowing my mind seriously. But I have heard of like when like people in South America are so afraid of this Amazon River. Like there are, I think, so many legends just surrounding this water.
Yeah, there probably are. Because
So.
it is, I mean, it's dangerous, so.
Yeah.
Makes
And
sense.
I don't know. It's just deep forest really scared me. We know this already. We
Yeah.
know all of this already, but I don't know. I just feel like some weird stuff goes on out there that we don't know about,
Well, maybe.
such as this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. So yeah, people, yeah. I'm like trying to find my spot back again. Okay, so there's some other things about these Amazon River dolphins, the Encante, or the Encantado is the underworld.
Yeah.
The Encantado.
Mm-hmm.
They have superior music ability.
Oh, that is so me. Just kidding. But what does that mean? They can sing?
See, it didn't really describe it that much. I'm guessing they can just like make beautiful music, you know?
That okay. My vision of them is just changing more and more with every single word that you say. Now I'm imagining these really creepy pink, like almost like plastic like men, but like very much so pink, holding an electric guitar.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. And they also, okay, so there's some other things. They also love to go to parties,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
of course, because
Me.
that's where they meet all their people to
Of
have
course.
their little affairs
Yes.
with.
Yes.
And some of their magic, like they have the power to control storms.
What?
They can transform humans into encantados as well.
Oh.
So that's just like the Kushtaka.
Kushtaka, yeah.
And they can inflict illness, insanity,
Mm.
and even death. So,
That is so ew.
yeah, and sometimes shamans are called to intervene.
No way.
Yeah.
What
It's like, I don't really
what
know.
do they do?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would love to know. If you're a shaman, please let me know.
Yeah, because like, how can I'm just trying to imagine
Well,
how
I
one of
mean,
these can like give
shamans
you
are
a
like
sickness.
magical. Like that's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would really love to look into it.
So it is, of course, bad luck to kill one of these in the area. Probably because they're like, okay, well, if we kill one, they're gonna just like all turn on us, you know?
Mm-hmm. Literally.
And it's even worse to eat one.
Ew. What? Has somebody tried to do this? I'm
I mean,
assuming.
I'm guessing, like, if there's like, I feel like whenever there's like a bunch of animals in an area, that's what humans go to. Like, people eat alligator because there's a lot of
Yeah.
alligators in some
Listen,
areas.
I have in fact had alligator before,
See?
but I ain't never had no pink dolphin. Well, you know what? I say that. Actually, you know what? We're not going to get into Seaspiracy right now, but allegedly there's a lot of dolphin and tuna.
See?
So actually, maybe we don't know if we've had pink dolphin. If you've had tuna.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're river dolphins, so
Oh yeah, I
they're,
forgot. See,
yeah.
that's interesting in and of itself that they are not saltwater dolphins.
Yeah.
I don't think I even realized that there were freshwater dolphins.
I know. Yeah, me either until I sort of looked into this more. Oh, and then this is an interesting fact. If a person makes eye contact with an Amazon River dolphin, they will have lifelong nightmares.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like in the beginning when we were talking about how you're like, oh, I don't want to like, say anything bad about them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're very bad.
they deserve it. Yeah.
They are very bad. Well, I was mostly saying that just to protect myself so they don't come after me. Like, I don't actually care about insulting the dolphins.
No, you're right.
I just
You're
don't want
right,
them
you're
after me.
True. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I have. I do have like I have like a few notes here like about why this legend could have like come about, just because like they are really aggressive animals just in and of itself. And like people needed something to blame all of their stuff on.
That is so
So they're
true.
like, we're
It's
going
the
to blame
dolphins,
our
bro.
Yeah, like we're going to blame our marital issues, illness, insanity, random deaths, drownings, and weather. Like all of that can be blamed on these
Everything bad,
Encantado.
dude, it's the dolphins, bro.
Yeah. So,
I mean,
yeah, just interesting.
that is very interesting. That is so much to unpack. Like, that is so... Like, I honestly, truly am baffled right now. I don't know if I've ever heard a story like that in my whole life. And, I mean, it's one thing to think of, like, the Kushtaka who are very cute.
Yeah.
Like, otters, right? And then to think about these... Like, you really just need... Everybody right now, go to Instagram right now. Myths podcast and look at what these dolphins look like. Because you're not ready.
I know. Because it's like, they're also... You have to keep in mind that they're huge. Like,
They're
they're 8
huge.
feet.
They're 8 feet tall. 400 pounds. Like, you have
Yeah.
no, oh my, that is so scary. That is so scary. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
Wow, the fact that I actually, like, made you pick that story, though. Love that
No,
for
I
me.
know. I'm so glad that you gave me an idea.
That's crazy. Wow. Yay me. I'm glad. So this week, I have a little less scary. I say that, but but it is less scary than that, at least to me.
Okay.
So I was actually really, I had no idea what I was going to do for my story. Had no inspiration. Normally, I usually have a lot. Had none. So I was like, what am I going to do? So then I looked to one of my dearest friends in my life, my cat Poe,
Oh, of course.
or
Of
as I like
course.
to call him, Pee Pee Popo.
Yes.
Most
Love
of the
him.
time, actually, I call him Pee Pee. He has many names. But so if I ever say Pee Pee, I am referring to my cat, Poe. Anyway, if you are new to this podcast, you may not know that I have two cats, Juju and Poe, and actually they are our podcast assistants. So they do a lot of like the, bookkeeping behind the scenes
Yes,
type
exactly.
work.
They take our calls.
Yes, they write down all the important notes during the show. They're very busy.
Yep.
Very busy young men. Juju is a big white fluffy cat, and Poe is a very sleek all black cat. Pretty much, all black cats have some sort of a white somewhere, but
Do
anyway,
they?
yeah,
Wait,
it's
I
true.
didn't know that
Yeah,
fact.
it is true. It is true. Anyway, but he is all black. What is considered all black anyway. So that got me thinking about black cats and why people are so scared of them, because we've had so many. Well, we've had two black cats. Shout out Kiki, and I'm like, people are really scared of black cats. So then I'm like, okay, superstitions.
Ooh, okay.
So today I have for you just a couple of kinds of superstitions that people have. So this is a little
I'm
different.
actually, yeah, no, I'm really interested in this.
Yeah, me too.
'Cause,
Had really no idea about. I guess I don't know. Anyways, so I picked a few to go over. So I'll start from the beginning, though. What's a superstition, if you don't know? It is defined as a widely held but unjustified belief in supernatural causation leading to certain consequences.
okay.
For example, people believe that seeing a black cat will give you bad luck. So this,
Or like, isn't it like if a black cat crosses your path?
yeah. Like you have bad luck or you die. Like there's different superstitions that all like surrounding it, but yeah. So the black cat superstition actually is believed to have come from Europe in the Middle Ages, but I guess we'll really never know for sure where it came from because there's no like direct quote. So anyways, the legend says that one day a man and his son were just walking like around their town back in the Middle Ages, whatever, doing whatever the Middle Age people do. And this is already just going to say trigger warning. They were walking back to their house, and on their way back to their house, they came across on their path a black cat and immediately started throwing rocks at it.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why. I was like, why? I do know why. But so the injured cat ran into a nearby woman's house, and that woman, of course, had been suspected in the town to be a witch.
Oh
Obviously.
my God.
So the next day, when this woman actually, like, she literally went on the town, whatever, went to the store, did her daily business, she was limping and bruised, just as the cat was. So people suspected that this cat was actually the woman and that, like, she was a witch and she could, like, transform herself between her and the cat because she was just as bruised as this cat. So back then, they associate black cats with witches who are obviously really evil and just not at all like women, trying to be women, just living in the world.
Yeah.
Because we know on this podcast that witches are just women,
Yeah.
is what it really means. So, that story is the one that I found the most, trying to find like where this came from. But other theories literally just say like people say like they see a black cat and something bad happens to them. And I'm like, okay.
Okay, I feel like a lot of that is just by chance, though.
Right.
Right?
So,
And it's like just because you have that idea in your head, then you're more likely
right.
to find
To
something
see
bad.
it. So, my kind of perspective on this is, at least for me personally, I have bad luck 100% of the time.
Right,
So,
right.
I'm not saying I have a bad life. I'm just saying, like, my luck in general is pretty bad. And I was going to say that, like, it's just always, but maybe it's because I live with Poe, who
Ooh.
is, in fact, a black cat. But, however, I know that this is not true because prior to me ever owning a black cat, my luck was still the same.
Yeah,
So,
see, that's it.
I believe that I can prove, at least for my personal self, that this superstition is not true. But, I mean, really, who's to say? I guess I don't. I guess I will actually never really know. But, so, anyways, moving on. It's not always that people think that black cats are evil in history, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I did not know this, okay? I mean, I did now that I think about it. But, like, I don't know. I guess I've always heard my whole life black cats are evil.
Yeah, and like you always associate them with the supernatural and witches
Exactly.
and yeah.
Exactly. But actually, ancient Egyptians viewed black cats as divine and actually believed that gods lived inside of black cats specifically.
Oh, see, that makes sense. I
Yeah,
didn't even think about
right.
that,
It makes
but
complete sense. Like,
they're
it's
because they're in all of the Egyptian artwork and stuff, and
exactly. So, in certain parts of the 19th century, seeing black cats actually was a good sign. And so, not only in ancient Egyptian history are they good, they are also considered a good luck charm in Irish and Japanese history as well.
oh,
So, it really is just like all on perspective. Like, the color of cats literally has nothing to do with luck. I think, personally, I think it's just, you know, I don't know, just what you think about it.
yeah. See,
But,
okay, but those ideas are very similar though. In that like the evil one had you said that like they think the witch would turn into a cat, and then like the
yeah,
Egyptians thought that the
it'd be a
gods
god.
and
Yeah,
goddesses would
that's
be
so
yeah.
true. That's so true. I didn't even think about it like that.
So I guess all black cats are really people, or
Yeah,
no?
that's what it's boiling down to. Now let me tell you, Poe talks to me. That sounds crazy, but he really does. I don't know what he's saying, but he goes,
Okay.
"Meow," and then we just have a
Oh
little
well.
combo.
Well, there you go.
So I don't
Maybe
know
he is trying. Maybe he just doesn't know how to switch back.
exactly that he's stuck.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Like you think back to Sabrina, and I'm like Salem. He was a little black cat.
Exactly. Oh, in Hocus Pocus, that
Yes,
cat,
yes. See
he
all of
was
them.
stuck as a cat.
Exactly.
So,
But in all seriousness, I have a very sad fact, which you probably know, maybe, but black cats are the least likely color cat to get chosen at any shelter
oh,
because of this superstition. And so that in turn leads to black cats being euthanized more because they're like the ones that are left over at the shelters. So that's really sad. But I can
yeah,
promise you that my black cats have brought me nothing but positivity in my life. So I urge you to get one from a shelter. You
yeah.
listening, anyone and everyone.
Me?
You, Savannah, as well.
Honestly, I probably will someday.
Yeah, you should. They're so sweet. Genuinely, I think black cats are the sweetest out of all. And Juji Bear's pretty sweet, but I don't know. Something about Poe. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, moving on from the black cats. See, what normally happens to me is I will have like one thought bubble of an idea, and then this will spiral into a massive loophole of research. So that's what happened here. Started with Pee Popo is a black cat, and then quickly found many more superstitions. So another common one is that you are supposed to knock your knuckles on a piece of wood to bring yourself good fortune or to ward off bad luck. So,
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's where the
like knock
phrase
on
knock
wood.
on wood, yep, comes from. So, that statement, phrase, has been dated back to at least the 19th century and possibly older, which is crazy because that's like the 1800s.
That is crazy.
I
Wait,
know.
and we're still doing it today.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like, oh my god.
Right. And so many actually believed that this tradition originated with pagan groups and cultures around the world because they literally like actually worshipped and mythologized trees
Okay.
and like thought like wood was magical. So like knock on it, you know, wake it up, if you will. So these people believe that the trees were home to many of their gods. So it's kind of the same thing as the cat situation here with the wood situation. That and with the touch of the wood, a spirit could bring you protection or offer you good fortune, whatever you needed in the time.
Okay, taking that into perspective though, like if you have like a desk made out of wood that you're knocking on, you're imagining like
My desk is a god.
Yeah, no, there's a spirit inside your desk.
I
Like that's kind of
know.
a sad life for like this
That
little
is.
god in
Wow.
there.
Yeah, the little guy at my desk, he's doing his job real hard. That's sad. That's so true. Did not
Yeah,
think about
if you're
that.
knocking on like an actual tree, that's different, you know.
Yeah.
But
Wow. That's crazy. So there's that theory about it being a pagan, you know, thing. A
okay.
different theory, though, actually comes from a British folklorist, Steve Roud, and his book, The Lore of the Playground. Can I just also say that I learned on TikTok, me and Savannah both this week learned on TikTok, that you can get like graduate degree in folklore
Oh yeah.
and like
Oh my
legends,
God.
basically. And I'm like, "Ugh, I really missed my calling, didn't I?
Right. Like maybe I should go back
I
to
know, I'm like, do we go
school.
back? No, we can do it ourselves. Anyways, so this man,
Yeah.
he studies this for his life, you know, that this is his job. And he wrote this book. And in this book, he claims that this superstition traces back to Britain with the game that they call there called Tiggy Touchwood. So,
Oh,
and
that's an interesting
it
name.
sure is an interesting name. So, literally, Tiggy Touchwood is a game that people play in Britain where it's basically literally just tag, and people who touch a piece of wood are safe.
Okay.
So, I really truly don't believe that this whole superstition phrase came from a game of tag. I think it definitely came from pagans and them thinking that the trees are gods. I think that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, honestly. But
than
I mean, it does kind of make sense with the game though, because if you touch it, you're safe, you know, and that's the whole thing. It's like
I mean, yeah, but
trying to
like
bring
what?
good luck.
I mean, for sure. For sure. I mean, I get it, but like, there's just really no proof that that works if it's a game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'd be
True.
more willing to believe a god, a tree god, would give me good luck than a game of tag.
No, you're right.
No, but no, okay. Honest and truly, as serious I am sitting here making fun of these superstitions, I genuinely, with my heart and soul, never ever miss an opportunity to knock on wood. Out of like, I literally don't. I say I don't believe it, but then I keep doing it, and I'm like, do I believe it? Maybe I do.
See, the tree gods, like,
They
they
got
love
me.
you
Yeah,
because
they
they're
do.
just helping you out at every
Yeah,
turn.
and I'm like, see, I don't really believe it works. I guess, but I'm like, it surely can't hurt for me to do it. You know, like might as well. And if it does work, then I really should do it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the whole thing with superstitions. Like, you know, it doesn't really hurt to do it, so you might as well. Because what if it does? I don't know. So,
True. Yeah, except for the cat one.
okay. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's a
It's like
different
that
story.
one,
Yeah,
it
that's a
actually does
completely.
hurt a little bit,
Yeah, that's very true.
but, you know.
Very, very true. Um, so, gonna just move right along to another one. Throwing salt over your shoulder if you spill it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just in general, I can't lie. This one has not really been prevalent in my life, but I know it's a really like famous one, so that's why I wanted to talk about it. Did anybody do you like throw if you spill salt, do you throw it over your shoulder?
I don't think I've spilled salt enough in my life to really notice if I've done that.
Oh, I've definitely spilled salt, and I definitely did not do that. I definitely didn't.
See, and I've heard of the throwing salt over your shoulder for good luck, but I never really realized, like, I don't think I knew you were supposed to do it after you spill it.
Yeah.
So
it's
I
also,
probably didn't
yeah.
do it.
Yeah, you didn't do it. Yeah. Well, me neither. So this one is very popular, even though it's not popular with us. Throughout the world, it actually dates back to before the 1500s. Okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Really?
this one's crazy. So there's actually a mention of salt being a very sacred item in majority of all religious texts under all religions. So that's very interesting. So taking that into consideration, you're just like, okay, all of these superstitions involving salt, because there's also just like salt in and of itself is a superstition, because people also, do salt circles to protect themselves.
That's true.
Like holy water, I'm pretty sure is salt water, or at least have some kind of salt in it. Like I don't know.
I
Like
don't
just
think holy water. I don't think it's salt.
have no idea, but that's what I heard one time. But I don't know. Okay. Also, historians believe this is the winner chicken dinner, if you will. Historians believe that this superstition not only has to do with like the religious point of it being like a sacred like object, but also the price of salt. Actually, especially back in the day, salt was a delicacy. It was very expensive. And so it was like literally having salt was good luck, because you were like prosperous, prosperous enough to have salt. So yeah, basically.
Yeah, like salt. I'm trying to think about like in history what was salt mostly used for. Like I know salt was used for like preserving meat.
Yeah. It's
like,
so weird.
I don't know.
Also, we've said the word salt so many times it doesn't sound real to me anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
But like, right. It's crazy.
That's interesting.
It's so interesting. And I just don't really ever think about salt that much. And I just feel like I've been thinking about it a lot these past couple of days.
What is the point of throwing it over your shoulder though?
Okay, it's literally, the superstition just says if you spill salt, because it's such like a sacred item, if you spill it, like that gives you bad luck. So throwing it over your shoulder, like putting it back, like throwing it behind you, it like gets rid of the bad luck that you just caused on yourself.
Okay, I can see how that makes sense.
So it is said that if you spill salt and you don't throw it over your shoulder, you will have 7 years of bad luck.
I feel like it's always 7 years.
It's always
right?
7. It's always 7.
7's just because it's like
it's the magic number.
An odd number, so it's yeah.
People love a good 7. I love a good 7. It's a great number.
Or they hate a good 7 because it's always unlucky.
Yeah, in this one. So personally, I hate the salt one also, just in general, because I'm a very clumsy person. I spill salt literally all the time. Literally, probably weekly, I would say.
Okay, and
my salt is also in a very dangerous position in my kitchen, so like that's why it gets knocked over. But yeah, no, I don't, because I don't want to sweep it up off the floor. Are you kidding me? Why would I throw salt on the floor?
True.
I mean, me sitting here explaining why I need to throw salt on the floor.
You just turn around and throw it into your sink.
Exactly. I like make sure I throw it in the trash can, but I have to still throw it behind my shoulder.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'll start, trying to get my good luck back to me.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. I could really go on and on for days about every single superstition out there in the world. But actually, it would be impossible to do that, because you can even make up your own superstition. Did you know that? And it can be real if you want it to be, which is really crazy.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
Sports teams do it all the time. Maybe, for example, the one sock you never wash because it's your lucky sock. I don't know. I definitely never had that, but I know a lot of people do. People actually, like tap the like thing when they like run in at football games. Like they have to hit the like little whatever it's called, like the banister of the arena.
On my track team, we had like a little superstition, I guess. It was only like when we were running relays. So
okay,
you know what that would be, right? Like
like
a relay team. There's like 4
multiple,
people. Yeah, and you would go around and you're holding a baton.
Yeah,
and you run around, and then the next person grabs the baton from you and runs. And then also, did you know that if you drop the baton, your team is like disqualified? Yeah. So I think it was because of like the whole baton situation. We're like, okay, there's this thing that you do beforehand, so you
don't drop the baton.
Drop
of
it,
course.
and you like do good and you relay. It was like a little chant. That they said so.
Can we have it?
It was. Well, and also, which was weird about it, it was religious, which is like we went to a public school, so I don't really know why.
That is so interesting.
And I think it's a common, for like little chant in sports in general, because I said it once, and then my mom was like, "Oh yeah, we did that for swimming."
I'm so excited to hear what this chant is.
Okay,
I feel like I've done it.
Yeah, you might have. It was Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, please bless this track we run upon, and if we do our very best, we know that God will do the best. And I think there was like something else at the end, but I can't remember.
Yeah, no, we said something very similar to that when I played softball. Yeah. So, yeah, like we're making up our own superstitions. So, like, really anything.
Oh, wait, actually, I do remember the end, if I can just finish.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so we were the Interborough Bucks, like Buccaneers. So it was H-I, Bucks say hi to VICTORY, go, fight, run, win, let's go, Bucks. That's what it was.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Funny. But I still have it because we would say it every time.
That is so funny. I mean, did you drop the baton?
No, we never did.
Period.
We did good.
Period. That's the luck. What can I say? I mean, that's a superstition for you. You can make it, if you believe in something hard enough, it is real, in my opinion.
And like this had been done for like years and years on the team. Like, people had graduated, and then like you keep going with it, you know? Like the older girls teach the younger.
Baby.
Yeah, it was
crazy. So yeah, if you want to make a new superstition, let me know. I'll give you my opinion on it.
Oh, true. I can't think of any that I've actually like come up with myself, but I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't think of any other ones.
It's so hard to think about them because I know I just do them without thinking about them, you know?
That's true.
But anyways, so I lost my spot here. Okay, so now I'm just going to give y'all a few really crazy ones that had to at least be mentioned, you know. Not really something I could, you know, go too far in on, but okay, for one. Owls are a very bad omen. One of the worst.
Oh,
and I've talked about this. I have literally one of my stories. I've talked about this. Mothman. That people think that he's an owl and the owls are bad omens. I don't understand that. I just still don't understand that. That's been so long ago. Like, owls are so cute. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, I love owls so much that it's so hard to believe that they're a bad omen, but people have always said, like, literally since before I can even process in my head, people are like, if you see an owl, somebody in your family will die.
Is it because they're nocturnal and like things at night are creepy?
Maybe. I literally don't know. I don't know. Okay, so the next one. This one's really crazy. This one I do understand, but it's just so weird. So it's the best day to go to a hospital is on Wednesday.
What?
Now,
I've never heard of that one.
I literally got absolutely no context. I tried to find it, and the only thing I just think it's so funny that they even said that that's a superstition to begin with. But I'm assuming that it's due to wait times being down on Wednesdays, just over time. Maybe because people are working, you know, they're not really doing crazy things, getting in an accident. I don't know. But I guess if you need to get hurt, Wednesday's the best day to do it. So be sure to plan accordingly.
Right.
For your injuries, of course. Just know, like, if you get injured on a Wednesday, you can at least say, at least this is the best day to go to the hospital.
It's probably, I mean, realistically, it's probably just because there's less going on Wednesdays.
Yeah. No, 100, it has to be. It literally has to be.
Yeah. Like, no one's doing anything on a Wednesday, right?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm working on Wednesday. I'm chilling. You know what I'm doing on Wednesday? I'm listening to this podcast is what I'm doing.
True.
Wednesday is, in fact, the best day of the week. In general, because that's when this podcast comes out, but then also it's the best day to go to the hospital, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, so from that, I actually remembered, it just came out of nowhere. I remembered a family superstition of mine. And I'm not sure if this is real or if my family made it up, but my grandparents and my parents always told me this growing up. Always. So let me know if you, Savannah, or you, listeners, have heard of this because I want to know. Every New Year's Day, you are supposed to eat cooked cabbage because it will bring in the cabbage, aka the money, for the new year.
Oh, no, I haven't heard of that one.
I personally hate cooked cabbage. So I
Oh,
always make sure
really?
to take like the littlest little bite of it because I still want money, but I don't like it and it makes my stomach hurt. So
Okay, cabbage is good, though.
I don't know.
We have it every year on St. Patrick's Day, but not on New Year's.
Interesting. That's okay. That's really interesting. Well, yeah.
Cause
I mean, I honestly believe that one's really just like my family saying cabbage like is
yeah,
money, but I really don't know. Maybe it's a thing. Let me know. Um. So then that just made me start remembering all of these superstitions actually, and I'm like, wow, I actually am so superstitious. Stevie Wonder who? Um. And yes, in fact, if you're wondering, I listened to superstitions on repeat while writing this, whole story for y'all. So that's where my mind headspace was at. So let me know if you do this as well, because this is one that I do. I hold my breath when I drive by cemeteries and tunnels.
okay, through tunnels, but only because it's a fun game, not
Oh,
because it's a
okay.
superstition, and not past cemeteries.
Interesting. So it is said that if you don't hold your breath, really during cemeteries, but I think the tunnels is just a fun game, but I wanted to include it anyway. But that evil spirits can like enter your body through your mouth, so you want to hold your breath or your nose. When you pass, you don't want to pick up any lingering
Okay.
spirits from cemeteries, so that's why you're supposed to hold your breath. And I would like when I'm driving,
I
you know, not
I pass a cemetery on my way to work and on my way home
well, girly
every
pop,
day.
you better start holding your breath. You might have got one attached to you. I don't know,
Mm,
but have you ever heard of that one
hmm.
either?
No.
That's so crazy. Well,
Hmm.
um, so genuinely, okay, last one I'm gonna leave here for us girlies. Okay, so I did not know this, and I do in fact hope it's true because I will be trying it out. Allegedly, carrying an acorn in your pocket will ensure a youthful complexion. So it's supposed to be like
Oh.
the anti-aging trick of the century is to carry an acorn in your pocket. And I've never heard of
Hmm.
that, and I couldn't find a reasoning. On a real note, though, my little baby niece Everly loves to play with acorns. It's one of her favorite things. So that like reminded me of her. And we literally, fun little side story. We have to tell her to not eat them because she's 1.5, almost two. Like she wants to put everything in her mouth. So when we were
Mm-hmm.
like, she literally picks up acorns every single time, every day. She loves acorns, and we're like, don't eat them. And then she'll like literally be putting it to her mouth, and she'll pretend like she was going to smell it, and she's like just like a
Oh my
so take a
gosh.
deep breath in to pretend like she's smelling it, and it's so funny. I'm like, you really, girly, you really think you're outsmarting us, but
That's
you're
so
not. I
cute
know
though.
it's so cute. It's just so cute. So, but maybe it's because she knows. She knows because she's a genius
Mm-hmm.
that acorns keep you
Yeah.
young, and she's just trying to stay young.
Hmm. Does it work if you like keep it in your purse? Cause I might do that.
I
But
mean, yeah, I think it's just supposed to be close to you.
okay.
No
Hmm.
specific pocket or anything it was supposed to be in. Plus, we all know
Interesting.
about women's pockets. So,
Yeah, that's
well, I
the thing.
guess if you're a
Like you don't
woman,
ever have pockets.
yeah, that's exactly. It's an issue with us. So that that's all the superstitions I have for you today. But I wanted to know if you thought of any during the story that you might have done, or
Um.
definitely I want you to let me know, listeners, not Savannah, of y'all's superstitions, because I'm sure there's so many.
I know. No, especially since like people make them up all the time. You know.
Right, and I can't even think about all the ones I do.
Yeah, I feel like, see, I want to say I'm not very superstitious, but then after this, I'm gonna be like, oh, I do this and this and this.
Exactly. I mean, I was literally like, I
Hmm.
don't believe in any of this when I started, and then I'm like, well, I do this every day.
Yeah,
Like,
I can't think
I'm
of
a
any right
fraud.
now.
I'm a fraud. Well, there's many. So definitely comment your fave superstition that you do on our Instagram post.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's the story. That's my story for the week.
I think I might put a poll on our story actually.
True.
Or not a poll, or like where you can like submit your answers.
Yeah. Do that.
A question. I'll say like, what are your superstitions?
Yeah.
So yeah, go respond to that, and we'll post some.
For sure. For sure. Let me see. Okay. So before we head out of here, first of all, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, please.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Savannah has a little bit of news.
Yeah. So, well, this has to do with Taylor too,
it's
because
mostly me, but
it was
I
her
wanted you to announce
story. So, last week, if you listened to last week's episode, Taylor did a story about Elvis, faking his death. And somebody left a voice message for us, talking about how they saw Elvis, and they were like,
yeah. So if you didn't listen to my story last week, it is about the conspiracy theory that Elvis faked his death. And apparently we have a listener who has allegedly seen Elvis recently. So, well, not recently, but prior. Well, not prior. Mm-hmm. After he was supposed to be dead. So,
yeah.
Anyways, I'll just play it. How about that?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. I heard y'all's newest episode where Taylor said that Elvis was faking his death. Well, I can tell you that I know for a diddly dang fact that he is still out here. I seen him with my own 2 eyes. Can y'all hear this? I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all can hear this. I'm outside of a Real Big Fish concert. Let me move. I'm waiting on Chuckles to pick me up. But anyway, my daddy was, well, let's just say he was in the railroad business. And let's leave it at that, okay? Well, one day, he took us all out to California for a little vacay. Me, my daddy, and my 2 brothers, we got to ride in a plane. And it was rumbling and a grumbling. The flight lady told me it was normal, but I tell you, I about soiled myself. But that is another story. So we went to Hollywood, and I was just standing there waiting on my daddy to finish up with his second wife. And across the street, plain as day, clear as you can see me now, there he was. I said, Bimmy, look, it's Elvis Presley. And I tell you, he was dancing and singing, but ain't nobody was hardly paying attention. I told my brother that people out here, they ain't right in the head ignoring somebody like that. Anyway, thanks for listening. I love y'all.
So, yeah, there's that one. I feel like all of the words that I could really say have already been said. So,
yeah. I mean, that about says it for me too.
That's really, I guess, all we have for you this week, you guys. Yeah. You, Savannah, got anything else?
Nope.
Okay, well, we will see you guys next week.
All right, cue the music.